Basic level, aula 9, the use of adverbs or adjectives. Hello, everyone. Hello, Marcia. Hello, Mario.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, Dirce. How are you guys? Okay? Not so good, huh? Isha,
Sure.
are you okay?
Okay,
Yes?
I think.
I hope. Hi, Dirce. How are you? Good?
I'm all right.
That's good to know.
And you?
I'm okay, thank you. Erika? How are things down there? Good? Erika?
Hello, teacher.
Oh, I thought...
Today I only watched the class because I'm in the hospital. My mom have a chemo now.
Okay. I hope everything
Okay,
goes all right.
I needed to wear the mask and
Okay.
you listen me with the mask.
Okay, so just pay attention then, okay? I'm
Okay,
not going
thank
to
you,
call
teacher.
you. All right.
Okay, thank you.
I hope everything goes okay.
Okay.
All right.
My mom, thank you too.
Yesterday, we were talking about the use of adverbs, the different types of adverbs, how to change an adjective into an adverb, and so on. So, Marcia, if I wanted to ask you a question, I would say, for example, do you, okay, plant flowers usually, or do you usually plant flowers?
I usually plant flowers.
Very good. That's the correct position, okay?
Okay.
We use it before the main verbs and after auxiliary verbs like to be. Excellent, okay? Now, pay attention to what we are going to talk about today because it is important. Yesterday, I think at the end of the class, we saw a list of verbs that are always modified by adjectives, not adverbs. Like to appear, to be, to become, to feel, to get, to go, to grow, look, prove, remain, seem. Oh, I need to close my lips, seem. Or I confuse with sin, which is the past participle of the verb to see. Smell, okay? Like a 6 o'clock bus in São Paulo, it smells bad. Sound, stay, taste, and turn. Sound, there are many expressions. For example, when I invite you, how about a pizza tonight? You can say, sounds good. Sounds good. It's the same of, oh, that's a good idea, all right? Now, what I want you to pay attention today, and it's very important, is this. Oh, look at the example I have here. I'm going to read because it is important. What do you think of Mary? She looks angry, okay? Oh, she looks angry tonight. So anyone that look at Mary will notice that her face is angry. She looks angry tonight. This is the impression that she's given out to everyone. Okay, no problem. I have look followed by an adjective. Okay, Regina? Okay, Natalie?
Okay, teacher.
Good. Now, observe the second example. She looked at me angrily. What is the difference here? Now I am using the adverb angrily and not the adjective angry. Why? Because this is not the way that she is looking. That's the way that she looked at me. Maybe she's not angry, but she's angry at me. Understand? You see, I don't know what I did to her, but when I got to the party, she looked at me angrily. Maybe the problem is this. She used to be my girlfriend, but I broke up with her, and maybe she's still upset and angry about this. So this is not the impression that she's giving to everybody. That is the impression that she gave me. That's the way that she looked at me. Can you observe the difference between the two sentences or no?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, for me, yes.
Clear. So these verbs, all of them, are often followed by adjectives and not adverbs. In this sentence, the adjective describes the subject of the sentence and not the verb, which is why an adverb is not possible. So, for example, Marcia, can you read one example? Dirce reads another. Natalie reads another, except for Erica, who is in the hospital with her mother. Regina, okay, everyone reads one example here, and let's try to understand everything. Oh, Mary.
What's happening, mother?
Her mother is doing chemotherapy.
Oh my gosh, my God.
Yes, but she's okay, right?
Okay.
But anyway, it's terrible.
Yes.
Come on, Marcia, you start. Mary.
Mary
Marcia.
sings.
Marcia?
Sorry. Mary seems to be hungry, not hungrily.
Yes, pronounce again the verb seem.
Seems
Yes, Mary seems to be hungry.
hungry.
Okay? What is the other example, Regina?
Paul looks angry.
Okay.
This refers to way Paul looks compare with the Paul looked at my angrily.
At me angrily.
At me angrily. That refers to the way he looked at me, the verb and not the subject.
Yes. When I say he looks angry, is Paul angry? But he
Yes.
looked at me angrily. Okay? I am modifying the
okay.
verb. The way that he looked at me. Now, the next example, Natalie. Natalie, the food. Well, okay. This, the other example, the food.
The food smells good.
Yes, this is very common. Sometimes somebody's cooking and then you say, smells good. You don't know if it's good or not, but the smell is good. So it smells good. That example, Marcia.
The homeless smells bad.
Okay. Understand the homeless.
Yes.
Okay. Regina, Peter.
Peter got tired after the exercise.
Okay. The other one, this.
Football went bad. Bad refers to the food. The subjects compare with the meeting went badly.
Yes.
That refers to the way the meeting was conducted.
Yes, you see, the food all went bad. That means I forgot out of the refrigerator, and the next day, It smelled bad, so it went bad. I'm talking about the food. Now, in the other example, I have, how was the meeting? The meeting went badly. That is the way that the meeting was conducted. Not that the meeting was bad. The meeting went bad, okay? A lot of discussions, a lot of fights, okay? Now, what about the last example, Regina? She
remained calm.
remained.
She remained calm.
Yes. Let's suppose that she was involved in a car accident, but in spite of the accident, she was not nervous. She remained calm, okay? So, okay, I'm sorry. I was looking for the remote control. It's very hot here, okay. So she remained calm. You see, however, the verbs in the list are not always used as linking verbs. When they refer to the verb and not the subject, they can be followed by an adverb. That was the case of the meeting went badly, okay? He looked at me angrily, etc., 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 okay? Now we are going to change topics and learn how to make comparisons using adjectives. Probably this is going to be a review for some students, but it's not a review for other students. So there are basically 5 types of comparisons to be studied in English. Comparative of equality, superiority, inferiority, superlative, and superlative of inferiority. Let's discuss each one of them separate. Now, Marcia, can you read the number 1, please?
Comparative of equality, used to compare two things or people that are similar.
Okay, so what's the formation? Pay attention to the pronunciation, huh?
As
plus
plus adjective plus as. Not so plus adjective plus as.
Okay, sounds always like Z, okay?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you put your S in the middle of the conversation. So this is probably the simplest comparative. Oh, Linda is 25 years old, Mary is also 25 years old. So Linda is as young as Mary. That means no difference, okay? As young as. In this case, it's not important the size of the adjective. If the adjective is 1 syllable, 2 syllables, 3 syllables, many syllables, I always use as, blah, 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 as. Or if you have a negative, you can use not so, blah, 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 as, blah, blah, blah. Okay, for example, a Fiat 147 is not so expensive as a Palio. It's not so expensive as a Palio. But a Palio costs about 40,000. A Gol also costs about 40,000. So a Fiat Palio is as expensive as a Volkswagen Gol. And the last one is a PlayStation 5 costs $450. An Xbox costs $440. The Xbox is not so expensive as the PlayStation 5. That means it's very similar, but it's not the same. All right? Now, the most important thing you need to remember, you can only use this to compare 2 people or 2 things. I cannot say like Marcia and Regina and Dirce are not so old as the teacher. No, understand? It's necessary only one, always, Okay?
Okay.
So, continuing. If you want to say that something or someone is not the same, you can use the negative. Also using Sue isn't as old as Mary, or a palio isn't as expensive as a gold. It's possible too, no problem to use not as. So is just another possibility. Any problem about this or no?
No.
You see, in this case, it's not important the size of the adjective. The construction is always the same. Okay, so can you try to give me some examples? Any example you want about your city, about your age, about your family, about your car, about anything, making a comparative of equality. Okay, Regina, Dirce, Natalie, if possible. Come on, give me examples, please. Me, hello, me.
Hello, teacher.
São Paulo as a city, as a big city as Rio de Janeiro.
São Paulo is as, I can say, as big as Rio.
Yes.
Very simple. São Paulo is as big as Rio. Okay?
Oh, only. Oh, tá.
Only this, yes.
Okay.
Or if you want, the city of São Paulo is as big as the city of Rio. But it's not necessary. Regina, me, Natalie, Dirce, examples, please.
Yeah. The
Compare, for example, beach tennis with tennis.
okay. Beach tennis is more easier. No.
As
Easier
as
as tennis.
okay, as easy
As
as tennis.
easier tennis.
Okay.
Okay.
Now it's equality. So my only
Equality.
example, equality.
Okay.
Me, what's your example?
Teacher, I am now in the class.
No, we are talking about the comparative of equality. So you just need to say as, okay? As, to make a comparison. Like I am as old as my wife. Okay? Just this. Any example you want me. But be careful. The pronunciation is as. Okay? As. Because as, if I pronounce like this, as, this is your buttocks. Okay?
Oh. Yes.
Yes. So that's why I always tell my students, don't put your ass in the middle of the conversation, okay? Or you're going to make very funny comparisons, okay?
I can use Marcia is no use Marcia wear óculos. Como é que é óculos?
Glasses.
Marcia wear glasses as me.
Yes.
But
Yes, Marcia, you have two possibilities. Wears
wears glasses
as I do or as me.
Putz.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I do because the verb here is in the present. Then I use do, okay?
Okay.
Or as me. It's okay.
Yes, yeah, you're you. Or you.
Yes. Me. Are you going to give me an example or it's difficult?
Today is hot as yesterday.
Today is as hot
As
as
hot
yesterday.
as yes.
As hot as yesterday. Good, Marcia. 2 examples.
Yeah.
B, are your eyes as green or blue as your brother's eyes?
Yes, yes.
So can you make a comparison, please? My eyes are
My eyes are blue.
as blue
My
as
are as blue as my brother.
my
Brother eyes? Não, né?
yes, I can say my brothers or my brother's eyes because you have to make the same comparison, okay?
Okay.
Or I'm going to understand that your eyes are as blue as your brother. That means your brother is blue. Understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes.
Natalie, are you going to give an example or it's impossible? I think it's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Eric with the K. Can you give me an example, Eric?
Hi, teacher. Well,
You can compare, for example, surfing with what's the
kite
other
surfer.
sport?
I
Yes,
surf it.
yes. You can make a comparison as easy or as difficult, as nice, as funny.
Yes, yes, though, yes, the kite surf
Is
is funny,
as funny.
as funny as surf, kite
Kite
surf,
surf is as funny
funny
as
as
surfing.
surfing.
Yeah, usually we say kite surfing,
Yes, kite surfing.
okay? Or as nice as, okay?
So, yeah,
As good, as good as. The only problem is the pronunciation. As.
Yes.
Okay? All right. Let's now talk about the comparative of superiority that Regina was already anticipating. Can you read this for me, Regina, please?
What teacher? To
Com-
compare
Comparative.
comparative of superiority.
Yes.
Used to compare two things or two people when there is a certain difference between them. They are not the same.
Yes.
For
There is a difference here. Okay. So
yes.
what's the
Okay.
formation?
Adjective plus er, are, or, them.
Then you see that then is
Ah, yes.
highlighted because it's mandatory. I always
Yes.
have to use them. But here you need to pay attention to this. Oh, very important. 2.1. Oh, if the adjective that you're going to use is one syllable, only one syllable, you can
Yes.
add er, only r, or when it already ends in e, or IER when it ends in Y preceded by a consonant. Then you change the Y to IER. But this is for one syllable adjectives. Oh, small, I say smaller, old, older, large, larger, nice, nicer. Okay?
Easy,
And
easier.
exactly. Now, pay attention here. Note, if the adjective has two syllables ending in Y, you can also add R, ER, or IER. For example, happy, gay, heavy, okay? All these adjectives, they have two syllables. Happy, gay is one syllable, okay? Heavy, two syllables. But the idea is, let's get gay out of here. The last syllable is Y. And what is before the Y? P. So I'm going to say happier. I'm going to say heavier, okay? And of course, it's always necessary to add then, always, because you are making a comparison, okay? Now, this probably is the most difficult part. If the one syllable adjective ends in a sequence of consonant, vowel, consonant, like big, thin, slim, hot, new, slow, gray, what happens? You have to double the final consonant before adding ER. But you never double H, J, Q, W, X, and Y. Never. The rest you double. For example, big, I say bigger. Thin, I say thinner. Slim, I say slimmer. Hot, I say hotter. But new, I say newer. Slow, slower. Gray, grayer. Understand this?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. And the next one is what I have already told you. If the adjective has two syllables but ends in Y, okay, you change the Y to IER, like lucky, luckier, happy, happy.
What's mean coy?
Coy, coy.
Coy.
It's the same of shy, it's the same of timid.
Ah,
okay?
timid. Okay.
Now, it's very important, probably the most important thing. It is a comparison. So if you don't use then, you're not making a comparison, okay?
Okay.
Oh, George is 55 years old. Sue is 49 years old. So there is a difference. It's not the same.
Yeah.
So who is older?
George.
George.
Who is younger?
Sue.
Sue.
Sue. Sorry.
No, Sue. Okay, Sue is younger, George is older.
Good.
Understand? Like today in Floripa, is it hotter or colder than yesterday, Regina?
Today in Floripa is colder than yesterday.
Okay, and in São Paulo, Márcia, is it hotter or colder?
Hotter.
Colder. Hotter than
Hotter.
yesterday? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Me, Are you younger or older than your brother?
Younger.
You're younger. Okay. Understand this?
Yes. Teacher, I have a question. The
Ask
word
me.
the word gay is like gay in Portuguese?
No,
No,
it
what?
is. It is, of course. But that's not the only meaning. Gay also means happy.
Happy?
Yes. So, but this is kind of confusing because if I tell you, just an example, I went to a very gay party last night. Everybody's going to look at me and say, what? Understand? So, because of the homo situation, they are not using gay as happy, but the word exists. You can say that's a very gay color, but not because it's gay, because it's a happy color. Okay, that's another meaning for the word gay. And I don't know, maybe the older students in this class will remember this. There was a TV program called Os Trapalhões. Remember that or no?
Yes. Yes.
And one of the most important, I think what was his name? Renato Aragão.
Renato Aragão.
He used to say all the time, ele é um rapaz muito feliz. Okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Remember?
Yes.
That was the beginning of the use of the word happy boy with the sense of gay. Understand?
Yeah.
Today, I am glad that os Trapalhões, they don't exist anymore. Because I think Dirce can agree with me. If they still showed that program on TV, they would have legal problems with racism, homophobia every day. Because they would make jokes about black people, they would make jokes about gays, which was not so bad many years ago. But today, everything is wrong.
It's prohibited.
Yes, prohibited.
Prohibited
Yes.
to talk about.
Yes, understand? So that's why it's good that they are all retired. Okay?
Teacher, in English, is there the two meanings? Okay.
Yes. But if you go to a bar in the United States, okay? And you see like a rainbow at the window, you can be sure that is a bar exclusively dedicated to the gay community. Understand? The rainbow is the sign of the gay bars or the gay clubs, okay?
Okay.
I don't think it's a problem because usually they are very fun. But sometimes, depending on the place you go, it's kind of, okay? In San Francisco, there are many very good bars that are gay bars, okay? Now, pay attention to the next part. Again, it's a comparative of superiority. It's only possible to compare one person with another person. So if I say, George is older than Mary and Sue, it's not correct. George is older than Mary, and he is also older than Sue. But I cannot compare George with Mary and Sue. It's only one person with another person, one thing or object with another person or object. Understand this?
Yes.
Okay. Now, we were talking about small adjectives. So what is a small adjective? Adjective of one syllable and sometimes two syllables that end in Y. Heavy, happy, okay? Now, if the adjective is longer, you don't use ER, R, or IER. You simply say more.
More.
More comfortable than. More expensive than. A Ferrari is more expensive than a BMW. Your house is more comfortable than my house or than mine. Today is more humid than yesterday. Today's class is more crowded than yesterday's class. You see, I'm always comparing today, yesterday, today's class, yesterday class, your house with my house, a Ferrari with a BMW. As I told you, it's always one-to-one, similar, okay?
Okay.
Now, if you are ever confused, you don't know if the adjective is small or long, what can you do? Try to add ER. For example, today is humider than yesterday. Today's class is crowdeder than yesterday. Is this sound good?
Yeah, teacher, a question. But if you say more easy, it's wrong.
It is. Now, do they understand? Yes.
Yes.
But it's not correct.
Okay.
I have friends, American friends, and I have heard them saying, ooh, today's more cold, much more cold than yesterday.
I think that's Brazilians.
No, American. Understand? And, you know, of course, I would never correct an American because they are always right. Understand? So I would always say, ooh, you're right. It is much colder. I would just say it again, but in the correct way.
But correct. Okay.
In the correct way. All right? Like, my mother is more old than your mother. You can understand, but it's bad English. It's not good English.
Okay.
It's the same if you say, for example, a Ferrari is expensiver. Oh, expensiver. It's very bad, the sound. That's why we say more expensive, more beautiful, more comfortable, more interesting, more passionate. Okay? Understand this?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Can you please give me examples, Marcia? Now, Regina, you can give me example of superiority. An example, comparing to tennis.
Ilha Beach Tennis is more comfortable than AC Tennis. The name of the place.
I understood. Beautiful example. But I think, in my opinion, beach tennis is more difficult than tennis. Or no?
Yeah? No.
No? It's easier.
No. Is easier than tennis.
But when the ball hits the sand,
No,
it doesn't bounce back.
Yes, but I think so is beach tennis easier.
Okay.
Than.
Okay. I had the impression that it was more difficult.
Menos, como é que é? Menos.
Less.
Less
Tennis have
rules.
much technical.
Less rules.
Yeah.
What, Eric?
Yes.
Tennis have more techniques.
Yes.
Then beach tennis.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Marcia, Eric, me, Dirce, can you give me examples of comparative of superiority? Any example?
Eric is taller than Roberto.
Are you taller than me?
No.
Yeah.
What you?
Wow, how tall are you?
How tall?
Well, 1 meter point 88 centimeters.
Wow,
Only 3
3
centimeters.
centimeters. Yes. Wow, you're very tall. That's good. Okay, Marcia, Regina, me. I was humiliated now, so I'm going to be quiet.
I'm sorry, teacher.
I lost for 3 centimeters. Ah.
But I think that he is not beautiful, not handsome than teacher Roberto.
Oh,
my bad English.
oh, Regina. Now you made my old heart very happy.
You're ready.
Okay, you have to be careful or I can have a heart attack here. Dirce, Marcia, me, examples, please, please.
No,
My job is more stressful than yours.
Okay, I agree. I agree. My job is very relaxing. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always have a good time. Okay.
Yes.
Marcia, your example, please.
no. Before I said 2.
And now you tell me
More example.
Now it's a different case. Okay, it's a different case. Come on.
Class,
Compare your apartment here with your apartment in Malta.
Oh, Marcia has.
Yeah.
My apartamento in Brazil is more. Como que fala?
I don't know, it's more comfortable. It's your apartment.
Yes, comfortable than
The apartment.
the apartment in the house in
Malta. Yes.
the apartment in Malta.
Okay, thank you. That's it. Okay. This is here or she dropped? Eric with the K, what's your example? No, you gave me the example. You humiliated me.
You forgot.
And I don't want your example anymore, please. Mr. Malinovsky, I want your example.
the class in level advanced is more difficult than class
yes.
level basic.
I am happy to hear that. Imagine if the class was as easy as the no students, okay?
Yes.
Okay, only to finalize the class today, we are going to talk about another adjective, but this is not very common. It's not common, even in Portuguese. So I'm going to teach you because if you listen, you understand, but don't use, it's not common, okay? So Eric, with the K, I know you humiliated me, but I let you read, please. Eric with the K.
I'm sorry, teacher. Comparative of inferiority. It is used to make a comparison between two peoples or things when there is a negative difference between them. It is not important if the adjective is of one or more syllables. The formation is the same, not very commonly used.
Okay. Oh, pay attention. Why? What would you prefer to say? That restaurant is less expensive than this restaurant, or that restaurant is cheaper than this restaurant?
Cheaper.
It's cheap.
Cheaper.
Of course,
Yeah.
that's the same case of the Americans.
Yes.
Okay, so it exists. Like Marcia is less old than Roberto. This is not good. Marcia, yes, Marcia is younger. Is younger.
No.
Understand?
Yes.
Yeah, no. The appearance, yes, you're younger.
Yeah.
So you see, here is only used less adjective than. Only this. Sue is less old than John, but it's terrible. Sue is younger than John. It's better.
It's sound negative.
Yes. A Fiat is less expensive than a Ford. This lesson is less interesting than last lesson. John is less excited about the trip than Susan. But this is only for your information. Only if you listen, you understand. But I myself, I never use this. I use the comparative of superiority only. Okay?
Okay.
Can you give me any example you want just to finish the class? For example, this comparison is less important than the others. Oh, I gave you my example.
Yeah.
Today is less hot than yesterday.
Very good.
Yeah.
More examples. Come on. Eric is with the K and Malinovsky from the. I'm going to try. Telemaco Borba, right?
Telemaco Borba is less menor.
No, less big than.
Less big than Londrina.
Okay.
Yes.
I was.
City Londrina.
Okay. Yes. I think the nightlife in Telemaco Borba is less interesting than in Londrina too. Okay.
It's
Yes.
depends.
Regina, example, please. Marcia, example, please.
Florianopolis is less excited than Turin. Exciting than Turin.
No, I think Florianopolis is more exciting. Okay.
Oh, it's only example.
Okay, because of that Conceição Beach, you know.
Is more interesting.
Yes.
Jurerê, Joaquina, Beach.
They're beautiful. Oh,
many
Regina,
beautiful.
Regina, how do they call that thing? I remember I ate there in Conceição, where you can eat a lot of shrimp. There is a name. It's not all you can eat. There is a name. You know, shrimp?
Ostra?
No, shrimp.
No, shrimp.
Shrimp.
Shrimp? Sequência de camarão?
Yes, thank you. Sequence. Yes.
Sequence of
Yes.
sequence of shrimp.
When they told me, would you like a sequence of shrimp? I said, a sequence? I had never heard that expression. And I said, what is a sequence? He said, oh, you get all the different types, different, blah, blah, blah. Ah, yes, please bring me this. And I love it, okay? Very good. So just to finalize the class, today we saw 3 comparisons plus the adverbs. Comparative of equality as,
Yes.
beautiful as old as, comparative of superiority, older than, younger than, more expensive than, more beautiful than, and the comparative of inferiority, not very important, but it's good to learn. Less interesting than, less important than, all right? Tomorrow we'll conclude this and we'll do some exercise, all right? Have a nice evening and I'll see you tomorrow at the same time, all right?
Thank you. Thank you for class.
Thank you for watching my class. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you too, teacher.